Good morning, day 2 of dephemerember. Gingerbread man today, he's going to stay up there. I've got my biscuits all ready to go. I've been good, I've only had one. So let's have a look. Day 2, what have we got? Splatters and a playing card. So let me get my day 2 envelope that I did in advance. Turn to a new page. Here we are. So I've got a napkin. I've got bird. That's what I've chosen from the dephemerember downloads. I've got a card with number 2 on it. That's good because it's the 2nd of December. And I've got some Australian stamps with birds on them. So let's see what we can do with all of that today. And I'm going to need, for the second part, because it is splatters and playing cards, I'm going to need my paints. So I've got my Kuretake starry colours, absolutely love those. And I've got my other ones and just a paintbrush just to flick around. All right, so let's see what we can do today. You need to get yourself a splatter sheet, any old bit of old paper that you've finished using from another project. Just stick it under your page so that any splats don't go everywhere. I've just cut a square off of that great big napkin, and what I'm going to do is carefully pull it apart so that I've just got that very top layer with the birds on. So you just do it very, very gently, and then you're just left with this really super fine piece of napkin. Now going to go on top of my playing card. Now what I want to do is try and, you can see where the number 2 is. I want to still be able to see that because it's the 2nd of December. So I want to try and maneuver the napkin to sit like this. So I'll use a matte medium and put it on. And what you can do with it, it's really lovely. You can kind of move it around as you're gluing. So, yeah, I'm going to do that first. As you can see, when you're putting it on, it gets a little bit bunched up, but that looks really good. And I really like that look. So what we'll do now is we just gently tear the edges down along the edge. And it gives you a non-sort of conformed edge. And there, we've covered over our playing card. All right, I'm going to get my paints ready and I'll be back. All right, so what I've done is actually covered both sides now. So this side was the original, and then on the back I've used a bit more of the napkin and covered the other side as well because I think it looks better. Okay, so I'm going to put that to one side. So what I want to do is to put this down, as that will go behind my playing card. So when I put my playing card on here, you'll only be able to see title up there and then bird underneath. So I think that will look quite good, and then it will maybe have it in a pocket or something like that. So I'm going to put that over there just to dry, and I'm going to get this one on and get some paint on the page now, some paint splatters. All right, let that dry for a minute. Okay, well that's all dry now. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So I was just playing around with this, and I think what I'll do, I was going to put a pocket on the bottom, but I think I'll just put a belly band and then my card can slide through. So I've just stapled that side on. I don't mind the rough look with staples. It looks quite cool actually in a junk journal. Just making sure I'm leaving enough room for my card to go through. Yep, that's going to be great. So I'm going to stick that down on there so we can still see our dephemerember, our little bird. You can see the bird here. And then I'm going to stick some of the Australian bird stamps along the edge here just to emphasize the theme. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick that down now. Okay, I've stuck the stamps on and I've made these two hang over the edge of the page. You can see that there. It's a bit hard with that piece of paper under it, but then I've made them into tags over the back. So that will just give them a little bit of strength when you're flipping them over like this. That will be quite good. And now we just need to finish off our card to go in here. So I'm going to do a little bit of paint splatter on the card. I'm just going to cover over the bird. You can still see the two, and maybe add a little something else. I don't know yet, haven't decided, but something else just onto the tag to give it a little bit more interest. So we'll go and do that, and I'll be back. I really love this colour. It's the second one in the palette. As you can see, I've used it loads. It's just such a beautiful colour. I've just made a little tag here and just painted it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm just going to stencil. And that's actually got the paint splatter on it as well. So I'm still waiting for this to dry. So that's quite cute. Alright. I'm just going to use my crocodile. Put a hole through these. So I'm going to make it to one side there. Yeah, that's good. Maybe a white. And there we have it. Our little card, and it's now got a little hole in it. And alright, let me get a piece of string or something for there. That's the page finished. So what I did, I've just put a bit of napkin behind there just so that you can see it clearly. See if I can zoom in a little bit closer for you. That's a little bit better. Right, so we've got our playing card that has gold splatter and a little bit of black on it. Then on the back I attached a little notes that you can just lift up, and it's got another bird. And what I'm doing is using that piece of card to just hook in to the belly band like that. And then we've got our Australian birds that are a tag. We've got our dephemerember bird at the back, and we've got our belly band, which is really cute. So that's today. That's a playing card and paint splatter. Alright, I hope you're having fun. I'm loving it. Okay, see you tomorrow.